Welcome to the universe, or rather, the multiverse of Miles Morales. I told you I was going to tell you a short story. Well, this is it. Miles Morales apparently was thought to be the odd one out. If you watch the Spider-Verse movie, he was considered to be a mistake. But is he really meant to be Spider-Man? Or is he meant to be so much more? There is a world where he is Spider-Man, where he is Wolverine, the Hulk, Thor, and we're going to explore each and every one of them. So sit back, relax, and let's start with the world where he is Captain America. We start off this story with Uncle Aaron. Apparently he was in the US Army, and in the US Army everyone knows about Steve Rogers, a weak boy who becomes a superhero. Because in this universe, Steve sacrifices his life to save, or rather finish the mission. He is the stuff of legend. But the thing is, after Steve, they had tried multiple times to make another super soldier, and everything had failed. But Aaron had been in the force for so long, he had the dream of becoming the next Captain America. So him and his sticky fingers stole a super soldier serum. He took it for himself. Soon as he got back to his apartment, he put the serum in the freezer, unknown to him that his nephew was at the house. Miles was really looking for a can of soda, unknown to him that his world was about to change, because as soon as he took the lid off, he inhaled the gas. His uncle got home to see a puff of pink smoke, and he knew the serum was unleashed, but not by him. Running in, he thought he was caught. He thought it was the government, but what he saw shook him way more than all of that. His nephew was now super. This wasn't something you could hide. So when they told the family, when they told the government, everyone was pissed off at Aaron. But the serum had finally worked for someone. So Aaron was let off the hook. And honestly, he suffered way more because he had to train a super soldier serum teenager. It was not fun. But the mission was a success because Miles became a fantastic Captain America. Himself and his uncle had to travel around the world fighting the spies from Russia, ergo the Black Widows, and on one crucial day, Natasha Romanoff caught both of them lacking, unleashing a rocket launcher on their helicopter. A direct hit. The helicopter was spinning haywire, and his uncle fell from it. His uncle was presumed dead, but we know better. Few years in the future, we see Miles is now a full-fledged Captain America, and right now he's battling a new adversary called the Prowler, and we know who that person is. But right now, Miles is kicking ass. The Prowler and his team had come here to steal something, but Miles was not going to let that happen. The Prowler even put a bounty on his head, but that didn't stop Miles. He was about to die low-key from a shot, but he had backup. He had a sidekick, Falcon, and she was cool as hell. But they made the mistake of underestimating the Prowler because he had a bomb placed in a building, instantly blowing it up when he thought he was about to be caught. And because of that explosion, he made his escape. Miles had failed his mission, but they found out something, that this mission, what they took, was not just any tech. What they took was a weapon of cosmic proportions. We see that the Prowler had partnered with this world's version of the Red Skull, called the Grey Skull, a random guy with the super soldier serum. And he took the thinker, Genki, Miles' normal best friend, and forced him to make a machine. The Grey Skull only had one purpose. It was not even just to rule the world. He just wanted money. What a loser. Anyways, back with Miles, he was talking to his parents because now he's a full-grown adult. I mean, not just the super soldier serum, but like with his choices, he's like 20-something. And right now he's reflecting on the loss of his uncle because that stuff keeps eating him inside. But his parents made it clear that life happens. And at that moment, Falcon came to his room. We find out that they're actually more than just partners. This is the reason Miles went out of his way to save her during the last mission. She was really important to him, but before they could get friendly, Fury contacted them. They had traced the signal. It was time for some action. We see the Prowler and the Grey Skull had broken into Norman Osborn's compound. They needed a specific machine for their device, and when they broke into this lab, they met a form of security that is out of this world. Literally, they met an army of Venoms. Norman Osborn had discovered them and trained them and gave them robotic bodies, so they didn't need organic hosts. They were about to lay waste to Prowler and his forces because, I mean, they were Venom, but Prowler came prepared. With one grenade, he charred all the Venom symbiotes all at once. We see the machine was kind of like a portal, and they were going to power it with the cosmic cube. But before they could, the heroes came through. Captain America and Falcon. And Falcon went straight for Prowler, trying to take him out quick. But Prowler was too skilled, so she decided to toss him some barbs of her wings. Prowler was impressed. He decided to gas her, so he didn't bother even fighting her. Like, bruh, sit down, taking off his helmet. Miles, on the other hand, was having fun. I mean, he was a super soldier. What the hell did you think? You give me a headbutt, I punch your freaking face. He took everyone out. Simply put, everyone. Even when the Grey Skull tried to gang up on him, telling Genki to turn on the portal, his uncle came to his aid because no matter what, they were still family. And Miles was surprised, like, bruh, you're alive? Why did you run away? His uncle then reveals that he left because Miles became everything he wanted to be. He stole that serum for himself, basically telling Miles he's mad because Miles went to the League. Bruh, hater. But Miles was a big boy. He forgave his uncle. But the Grey Skull forgives nobody. He put the cube in, knowing there was no way anyone could stop it from running. It was completely indestructible, but Miles had a shield that was indestructible as well. He ran forward, and with all his might, he clashed the shield on the cube. Indestructible meet indestructible. There was a big explosion, and Miles saw the multiverse of himself. Wolverine version, Thor version, Hulk version, Spider-Man version. Miles was everywhere. When the dust settled, it was just him. His uncle was gone. Just him and Falcon and Genki in the rubble. They survived an explosion no human being was supposed to survive. But something was broken. His shield was lost. But Miles didn't care because he knew this was not the end. He knew something terrible was about to happen. And we see later on in the rubble, his uncle was there searching for something. And he found it. He found a piece, a big chunk of the cosmic cube remaining. And he was going to have some fun with it. Trust me.